Welcome to the Letting Go University. What would you choose to see consciously? So if you could choose to see anything consciously, what would you see? And today's lesson is lesson 312. I see all things as I would have them be. Judgment is a choice. Now, the judgments pop up automatically based on the various attractor patterns, the feelings we're carrying. Though it is a choice to believe those judgments or not, and to continue to build on that attractor pattern, that attractor field, or let it go, forgive it, surrender it, move on. And if you sit and look at any of your judgments, you'll see the option. The option will become revealed. So just being aware of the judgments that are coming up shifts the field. Just looking at them without judging the judgments. Oh, this is coming up, this is coming up. And a simple question, is this thy vision of this, O Lord? Is this the vision of Christ? Is this the perception of the Holy Spirit? What seems to be happening right now? And if I can choose, I won't be forced to choose the Holy Spirit's perception. I won't be forced to choose Christ's vision. I won't be forced to look at things as they really are. Then I have this choice. I see all things as I would have them be. So when I'm dwelling, when I'm looking at you or somebody else and I'm saying, going over all the grievances that I have, how things should be different, wanting from you, I see a world of separation. When I notice that I'm doing that, I then can let go and say, God, could you help me to see this differently? I ask for a miracle. I ask for a higher perception, Holy Spirit, of what's actually happening here. And then I'm relieved of my judgments. If I'm really willing to let them go, I'm not a lot of the time. And I start to see things differently. So it's a willingness to surrender my sight to God, my opinions to God, my judgments to God, my world that I created to God, my relationships, my body, all of my thoughts to God. I see all things as I would have them be. And so it's just a choice to choose to see things as our Father has them, to see God's world instead of the world that we made. So the prayer today is, I have no purpose for today except to look upon a liberated world, set free from all the judgments I have made. Father, this is your will for me today, and therefore it must be my goal as well. So what do you choose to see? How would you see things? How would you have them be if you were conscious? Would you see everything and everyone as lovable? Or would you see everyone and everything as in need of correction and wrong? What do you think's the predominant choice in the world? Would I see myself as infinitely loved, infinitely innocent, forever pure? Or would I see myself as sinful, guilty, wrong? Notice how you're choosing to see things. Become conscious of the unconscious and know that you can forgive the world you created the way you've been seeing things. You can let go of that energy, that attractor pattern. You can surrender it to God if you choose to see surrender as an option, as something that you choose. The power of decision is your own. How would you have things be? Let's do some letting go. I see all things as I would have them be. Everything that I'm seeing now, all of my perceptions, has been my choice. Everything that I'm perceiving right now has been my choice. I have this attachment, this pride, this obsession, this attraction to seeing things the way that I see them. I value it for some reason, even though there's been suffering, pain, agony, anger, guilt, sin. For some reason, I'm still valuing this. God, I ask for thy vision. Be thou my vision. Today I make the choice to let go of the world that I wanted to see, that I chose, that I might see with the vision of Christ. And so just notice any hanging on to valuing your perceptions of the past, what you chose before. What comes up for you with even the consideration of letting go of some of these programs you've been running, that you've been enslaved to? Just take anything you've been seeing that you don't even like, you don't even prefer. And could you relinquish your judgment of what you're seeing? Are you willing to let go of this attractor pattern? This feeling? And could you allow any feeling that comes up? There can be a lot of fear that comes up with even the consideration of letting go of what's familiar. Could you just notice that feeling behind all the thoughts? Just allowing that feeling, letting it run. This is the attractor pattern. There's thousands of thoughts and perceptions with this feeling. Could you just feel that feeling, open it up? And could you let it go? Could you forgive? Would you let go? Forgive the judgments, the perceptions, this feeling. And whether you get a yes or a no, that's okay, because you are free. It's just a choice. When could you let go of how you've seen things before? This feeling, this attractor pattern, and see things as the Holy Spirit sees them. I see all things as I would have them be. That's the power you've been given. And so is there anything you've been seeing that you don't even like? And could you just simply ask, God, I ask for thy vision, Christ's vision. Holy Spirit, I ask for thy perception. Replace my own. Become my own. And all that it takes is a willingness to let go, to forgive, however you've been seeing this. So could you let go of this perception, this judgment of this? Notice the feeling, any feeling that comes up, any wanting to hang on. Prove that the way you've been seeing things, that your choice of how to see things before is right. Any pride, any fear of the unknown. And could you just let any feeling up that would bind you to seeing things as you chose before? And could you start releasing that feeling, turning it over? Just allowing this energy to leave. All the thinkingness is resistance. Could you ignore the thoughts, just settle with this feeling? Just let it stir, let it move, light it up, enlighten, release. It's just a choice. Could you release wanting to see that situation in that way that you might perceive through the Holy Spirit? Would you release the attractor pattern of the previous judgments, opinions, and visions? When could you release, forgive the world you made, and see with the Christ vision? And could you simply let this energy unravel, unpack, dissolving, seeing things as you saw them before, to see things as they are in the Christ vision? Are you willing to let go of how you would have things be before? How you saw them before? Or how you've been seeing them now? For a higher perspective? You see all things as you would have them be. You've been given all power. How would you see them now? Would you look upon your world liberated, set free from all judgments you have made? Would you look upon what Christ would have you see? Would you look at things observed from an attractor field of unconditional love and joy? And can you just notice any clinging on to any lower frequency attractor pattern? Any of that harsh, condemning judgment of the past, which isn't here right now if you let it go? Could you allow yourself to notice any more energy, any looking at things as fearful, Any looking at things as evil? Any looking at things as bad, wrong, irritating, lacking? Just let it up. Could you open up this attractor pattern and just start to let it dissolve? Start to enlighten. Even the feeling, how would you see the feeling? That's how it will be. Could you let go of judging the feeling? Just let it be just a feeling, ignoring the thoughts. And could you surrender your perception and your vision, this feeling, to God? Just turn it over. It's just a choice. You're not going to be forced. Would you surrender your perception, your vision, this feeling to God? Doesn't mean it goes right away either. There could be more. It's just this moment, this feeling, this perception, surrender. Surrendering, surrendering. The purpose today, I have no purpose today except to surrender the judgments that I have made. And these are feelings, these attractor patterns. And to see with the Christ vision. To allow the Holy Spirit's perception to replace the one I made. I see all things as I would have them be, and I would have them be as Christ sees them. I would see myself at one with the Christ, my Father, and the Holy Spirit. I would see myself atoned. Would you see yourself as pure, innocent, loving, and loved? You see all things as you would have them be. Could you let go of seeing anything you would no longer have be? It's just a choice. What will you look upon today? Well done, releasing.